Good crafternoon, everybody. I'm Heavenly Hedgehog. It's time to hang out and work on stuff. So, when we last left off, we were making some pretty good progress on version 4 of the Portal Cake Purse. Now, I was a big liar, didn't do anything between Friday and now. So, let's just jump right into it, shall we? So I've got the straps. I need to get those gluing first in the hopes that we'll be able to put it together before the end of the stream. Now, I am looking for something. I'm not entirely sure what it is I'm looking for. But I'm looking for something because I know that I included something. It may have been a brown marker. All I'm finding is gold. All I can find is gold. And we'll just say screw it and move on. This is a test purse. This is for me. It's okay if the details aren't exactly 100% perfect. They'll just be 99% perfect. Let's get this moved. There we go. You can see a little bit more of the workspace. A little bit less of my head. So I've got the lace and I want to make sure that I get the rough side up. Oh, I remember what I need now. I remember I need a tape. And I happen to have some right here. Lucky me. Hiccup, you're always so excited when the stream starts. You're always so excited. You shy cat, where'd you go? He's under the bed frame. Oh, he's an odd cat. Yes, he is. But he's my cat. That's all that matters. There we go. So what I'm doing is I'm just using some masking tape to get the lace down. I'll put the glue over the lace so that I'm not trying to smash lace into glue and then holding it there. It's gonna be a big mess if I try that. Oh, Hiccup, you talking? You saying hi? Now, I have not actually tried this before, what I am doing, but we'll make it work. Hiccup. Meow, meow, meow. Yes, I'm mewing at my cat. Don't judge me. Ooh, I had a pretty great weekend. Things are finally a bit low-key again. The last few weeks have been pretty busy. The most busy of which was my brother's wedding. I'm still going on about that. So excited for him. So excited. Here you go. You sniffing my coat? I thought he might be done mewing. But no. He's never done. You've always been chatty, haven't you? Astrid, the giant white fluff ball that you can see right over there, she used to be nearly silent. And then over the 5 years we've had them, Hiccup taught her how to mew. She never got very good at it. She has a very quiet, very crackly mew, but he taught her. So this may need to be done in a couple of stages. We'll see how it goes. Just getting stuff all stretched out. Just going. I hope everyone's been having a great day and a great week so far. I know we're still pretty early on. But I hope your week's off to a good start. And if it's not, I hope it gets better. If you're working on anything awesome, please let me know. I love hearing about your projects. You inspire me to work harder on mine. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. I wonder if sewing it down would be a better idea. That way I'd be able to tighten it. Might be the way to go. I'm just gonna get it taped in place first, and then think about it. Because I do have fabric glue right here, but my concern is that it's not going to be strong enough initially to hold the lace tight. And that's kind of what I needed to do right now. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's what I'm using to do. So I've just got it taped down so that I've got a nice lacy strap. Let's get the other one done. Making sure that the rough side is down, because I am going to be super sad if I get to the end of this and find out I didn't line up all my lace properly. That would really suck. You have no idea how much masking tape we go through. We get like the packs of masking, or not masking tape, scotch tape. We get the packs of scotch tape and then through all of our patterning and everything. I think this is the last of like 8 rolls that we got in January. It's just so useful. And because we do so much for our armor patterning in poster board, it takes a lot of tape. We are certainly not done patterning yet. So I did mention on Twitter, this is likely going to be the last Good Crafternoon where we're working on this cake purse. On Friday, I'm planning to move on to cosplay. Now, there is a question of whether I'm going to be working on my Daughter of the Ironwood or Sky's Absolute Zero. Because Absolute Zero is nearly done. We just need to, as far as fabrication goes, we pretty much need to redo his arms because they didn't quite come out big enough. they're a little tight, and when he bends his arm, it visibly bends at the joint, and it's just doesn't quite look good. And since we have the time to make it better, we're going to make it better. So there is that. So I could work on that, or I could work on my ironwood, in which case I would be probably dealing with the wig. Either that or attempting to start patterning something. But I might just stick with the wig, try to deal with the horns, get those figured out a little bit. But I likely won't know probably until Thursday night which one I'm going to be doing. Because we do need to retrace or reproject the pattern for the biceps and the arm pieces. So that still needs to be done. So if we don't end up doing that, then I'm going to be doing my ironwood cosplay. So we'll see. Yeah, for the Absolute Zero armor, we decided to pretty much use an Iron Man Pepakura armor. We found the pattern online and got it all printed out, and then spent a little time resizing it because we had no concept of what size it was going to be, because we didn't actually make the Pepakura file ourselves, and we didn't know what size person the files we used were made for. So that took a little bit of adjusting. The legs are good, the body's good. We had to redo a couple of pieces a few times, but the only thing that we didn't do right was the arms. And I knew it. I knew they were going to be too small. But when we were making those, we were on a very strict deadline. We had to get everything done before PAX South. But then plans changed and we didn't end up taking it, so oh well. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna stitch these little sleeves together. Surface, where are you going to sleep? Oh, I didn't turn on that outlet. I'll be right back. Bye. Thread down. Thread down. There we go. Now it shouldn't go to sleep as quickly. So I'm going to do my best to get this stitched on quickly and without warping the lace. Or tearing the lace, that would be bad too. I don't know. I really don't know. I really wish that I thought that the glue might work. I'm not convinced it's gonna. Sorry, give me a minute, I'm concentrating. And dropping shit, as I do. Start off the thread in a thicker part of the lace because that would be smart. tie a little knot so this doesn't move. Okay.
Be more demanding with Spotify Premium. You can play any song you like, anytime, on demand, any album or playlist, in
Now, I have
any
no idea what
order,
I'm doing right
or
now. I'm
keep
making this
skipping.
up as I go.
It's up to you.
Okay, I think this is gonna work. So all I'm doing is I'm just doing some little stitches right down that center piece, getting everything kind of worked out or into range so that the lace stays tight around the vinyl. Because I would absolutely hate to spend all the time gluing this together only to find that it's not tight. What's going on with you, Twitch? There we go. And then once I get done with this, I'm going to put a few little dots of glue all the way down to keep it in place so that it doesn't rotate. So there is a slight change to the schedule this week. We will not be having a hedgehog hangout on Friday because I am going to be at the Bay Area Twitch meetup. I'm really excited about it. Had a great time at the last one. And there's going to be some cool stuff going on at this one. I know that the lovely Timber from Gigantic Cosplay is currently planning the San Diego meetup, and I think that's happening on Saturday. So if you're down in San Diego, you should definitely check that out. All right. Moving tape. I know this is absolutely exciting, but it has to be done. Hey, God, what you doing? Okay. That one might not have been tight enough. There we go, much better. Much better. So you can see, much tighter at the top, still loose underneath. But we are, hopefully quickly, going to remedy that. I've never been very fast when it comes to hand sewing, so please bear with me. Now it is absolutely crucial that I make sure that this is even all the way down the strap. Don't want any loose lumpy bits. So far, I think we are achieving that. Oh, I like the way this looks. I really do. It is going to be a more delicate handle than I had last time, but I think it's going to look great. Through there. Yeah, it feels good. All right. Remember, if you're working on anything, I'd love to hear about it. If you're not working on anything, that's fine too. Oops. Oops. Shit. Haha, success. Almost got a knot in my thread. So I also have to make sure not to pull too tight because I don't want to warp the strap. I want to keep it flat. So our Steam controller should be getting in tomorrow with any luck. And then on Saturday, I'll be streaming a special Dark Souls 3 stream to celebrate passing 100 followers, which I'm super excited about. The followers. I'm nervous about the Dark Souls 3. I am going to be awful. But I am kind of looking forward to it. Everyone seems really excited about it. I haven't looked at anything about the game. I haven't watched anybody playing it. So I'm going to be going into it completely fresh. And hopefully, if I suck, at least I will do it in an entertaining way. Ooh, my hair is in my face. There we go. Yeah, it's fluffing out over there, isn't it? And a little twisty. About halfway done. More than halfway done. Getting there. I'm really glad that I taped it down first because it's all just being held in place and I don't have to worry about manipulating the lace while I'm trying to tighten it. Anytime a little bit of extra prep work can make something easier for you, I highly recommend it. Because I bet I could have wasted a lot of time and energy fussing with the lace and trying to keep it even. it's okay if it's a little bit warped. The lace does have a certain amount of stretch to it, and then when I glue the two straps together, they should flatten each other out. And actually, this is staying really nicely. I think I'll get to skip that extra glue step and go straight to the barge cement. Oh, I've really been getting into cosplay mode lately. You can tell because it took me forever to get to sleep last night because I couldn't stop thinking about how I was going to pattern the tunic and the shift for my Ironwood cosplay. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm really thinking about this now. I'm losing sleep. I'm losing sleep because I can't stop thinking about the things I was just looking up and deciding if maybe I should tweak the pattern a little bit or tweak the design a little bit and how I should pattern it. And should I do a circle skirt or should I do a gathered skirt? Which I might do a gathered skirt because I think it's going to be easier. Circles are hard, let me tell you that. Circles are hard. And if I did a gathered skirt, that would leave me with a straight hem, so I could give myself a really big hem, which would give me a little bit more room to tatter the bottom edges without compromising the integrity of that hem. So I think I'm going to do a gathered skirt. If I need to get rid of some extra bulk in the fabric, then I can just do an extra stitch here. It's starting to lose its way a little bit. Then I can just do some darts. Oh, darts. Everybody's best friend. And I've been thinking about what materials I should be using. So I'm definitely looking into a cotton gauze for the shift, or chemise, whatever you call it. I found a couple of patterns. I'm gonna adapt it a little bit. I'm thinking of trying to do a smocking detail on the sides. I need to test it out, but I really want it to work. I really want it to work. I follow the cosplay tutorials on Twitter, and they linked to a whole thing about Canadian smocking and a bunch of patterns and tutorials. I'm just like, oh my god, I want to do this. I really want to do this. So if I test it out and I can get it to work, we're gonna do some smocking. It's gonna look fabulous. And I have been looking at all kinds of tutorials. I was looking at the RTF Jedi forum to see, I think it was RTF, to find out suggestions for fabrics because I'm doing an Ironwood cosplay, which is more of like a medieval kind of a tone as far as fashion goes. So I don't want to use anything fancy. I want fabrics that are more natural. And also, because the garments are going to be very simple, going for more detailed fabrics is going to add a lot to the cosplay. So, you know, more natural textures, kind of richer, more substantial fabrics, which is why I'm looking into the cotton gauze for the chemise, for the shift, because it's got that kind of texture to it already. I think it's also called crinkle cotton in some places. And then linen is apparently ridiculously expensive, so I might go with a linen-like fabric, which is not 100% cotton, or someone on the Jedi forum suggested a tight woven corduroy, which would also be a suggestion to use for the cape, or Excuse me. Something else. It was a weird name. I can't remember what it was. Likely I'm just going to end up going through Joann's, touching all the fabrics, looking at what they're made of. I'm going to attempt to go with more natural fabrics like 100% cotton and stuff like that because I want to be comfortable, and cotton breathes. You cannot underestimate how nice it is to have a fabric that breathes. But again, I want rich, textured fabrics. So just an average cotton isn't going to cut it. And anything that's 100% synthetic isn't going to look right either. For the cape, I'm going to have to wander around, touch a bunch of fabric, see how it hangs. Because I want something that does have some drape and flow to it, but I also need something that looks substantial enough to be a cloak. I've been saying cape, I meant cloak. So that's probably going to be a couple of hours wandering around the store, touching fabrics, gathering things together, seeing what looks right. Sorry, I've got to, it's bothering me. Seeing what looks right and seeing what looks right together. Because if I just go for like, oh yeah, heavily textured fabrics, these are all going to look fabulous, but then don't actually see what they look like together, that could be a different kind of a disaster. One
Be
that
more
I
demanding with
definitely
Spotify
want to
Premium.
avoid.
You can play any song you like, anytime, on demand. Any album or playlist, in any order. Or keep skipping. It's up to you.
So yeah, a little bit twisty, but like I said, that should even out. Twitter, stop it. Close. I don't want notifications right now. That should even out once I glue the two straps together. You can see the back there too. Red, damn you. There we go. Yeah, lots to think about regarding that cosplay. But I did wander around the floral section of Joann's, found some dogwoods. I definitely think that's the right way for me to go. Because they're nice, they're simple flowers. They stand out. I think I'm gonna go with the white. I liked it a lot better than the pink. Also, it's a tree flower, which I really like. Because she's a daughter of the Ironwood, which is the forest. And if she's gonna have branches for horns, it should probably be the same kind of tree as the flowers growing in her hair. That's just my opinion. I'm sticking with it. And it's my costume, so my opinion's all that matters, right? Okay. Let's get in here. So just repeating the same thing we just did, hopefully a little bit faster this time. Making sure to get a good solid gather right from the start. And we'll just keep going. So with any luck, these straps will match up exactly because they are going to be glued exactly to each other. And I won't be able to trim anything. Oh well, make it work, right? Make it work. There we go. Yeah, and I'm definitely 100% decided that I'm going to do kind of a ram's horn for my Ironwood. Because I know it's canon to have the branches really coming out like branches, but that would mean that I would then have to counterbalance all of that weight coming off my head with my own neck. And that is a really good way to get a sore neck. Also, they likely won't hang properly, and that would really make me sad. Plus, if I do make the cape, because I really want the cape, but I'm not entirely 100% certain that it is needed, but I really want it. If I make it, then I'm going to have a big old hood on it, and I want to be able to put that hood on, and I can't do that if I've got giant branches sticking out the side of my head like I'm some sort of a bull. Like a longhorn steer style, like just go straight out the side of your head. Yeah, you're not getting anything over that. So, ram's horns seemed the best bet. They're cute, they're small, and yet they will still look like horns. Puppies, what are you doing? I'm thinking that I'm likely going to attach them directly to the wig so I don't have to worry about clips or pins or anything like that. Which will make the wig slightly difficult to get on, but we should be able to manage it. I'll have Sky to help me after all. What I'm really hoping is that I don't have to get a new wig for this cosplay. I have not yet dug out the wig that I'm planning to use, which I got, 7 or 8 years ago? Wore it pretty much one time, and then put it away and never touched it again. Hopefully it's okay. I did wrap it up. It hasn't been exposed to sunlight or pets or anything like that, so fingers crossed that it's going to be fine. Oh dear. One thing that may need to happen is I may need to get some more wefts to put in there just to fill out the wig if it's not thick enough, because I don't remember. I thought it was a pretty heavy duty wig at the time, but since then I have kind of changed my wig supplier, and I now know what a high quality wig does look like, or at least higher quality. So that will be also another discovery to make. I would much rather figure that out sooner rather than later. Nothing is worse than ordering your wig a month before the convention and just desperately hoping it gets there on time. Okay, there are many things that are worse. There's ruining your wig the week before the convention. That's a lot worse than having to scramble to find a suitable replacement on Amazon, priming it so that it comes in 2 days, and desperately hoping that it's good enough to work. Yeah, that's actually worse. That is actually worse. Oh man. If I never have to go through that again, I will be so happy. If you are intimidated by the idea of styling a wig, do it more than 2 weeks before the convention so that if you do screw it up, you have a chance to fix it without having a massive panic attack, breaking down in tears, upsetting your husband and your dogs, and then ordering it and continuing that panic attack until you actually get a workable wig. Yeah, that's what happened to me. Really don't recommend that. But I thought that was going to be the easy part of the wig. Then I fucked it up and learned my lesson. There we go. Ooh, one thing I need to do soon, I need to start ordering the boning for the corset I'm going to make. Because I'm planning to wear a corset underneath my Ironwood cosplay just to give myself a little bit of extra shape so that I don't know. So not that I don't anything, it's just because I like the way it looks better with that extra defined waist, especially if I'm going to have layers like the chemise and the tunic. Any extra definition I can get right there, I think is going to help a lot. And I'm planning to have kind of a hip slung belt that should help kind of give more of an hourglass shape by giving a little bit of extra girth down there. Emphasizing the waist a bit more. And then whatever armor set we choose to do, I'll also be wearing the corset under that, because armor, especially, as we discovered with Issa, the thinner you can get your waist for female armor, the better proportionally. Like, you better look proportionally. At least in my opinion. Everybody's opinion is different. If you think differently, nothing wrong with that. There's not one way to think about personal aesthetics like that. But for me, I would have liked it if my waist had been nipped in a little bit more, because I did look pretty blocky. Armor takes away a lot of your shape, especially right there in that waist area, because it's hard to get it shaped properly so that it really hugs your curves right there. So we're likely going to end up doing this year, again, like I said, I'm going to have that corset, and we might just build around the waist with very thin foam, like that stuff I was using that's not quite 1/4 of an inch, but more than 1/8 of an inch, like 3/8 of an inch. Like using really thin foam for there, resin coating it for extra durability. And then having that corset to make sure that I don't warp it too bad. Because I don't want to use 1/4 inch foam on my torso again, because it took away. I mean, using it on the hips, using it on, you know, your upper body, I think that's perfectly fine. But for me, I would have preferred if it was a bit thinner around the waist. I am really looking forward to making another ladies breastplate, because that was a lot of fun to make last time. But we do still have to decide what armor we're going to do before I can start on that. But I can make the corset now. That's easy enough. I'm probably going to be going to Joann's like weekly for the next few months, just hoarding up my coupons and just buying one cut of fabric at a time. Like, I've got one 40% off coupon. Time to go buy 6 yards of that fabric I need. Because cosplay gets expensive really fast. The flowers that I need are like $4 for one stem of flowers. So $4 for that. $10 for a bunch, which is like 6 to 8 stems, and then $13 for a garland. And then also, since we're planning to light it, I need to get stem tape in brown and some, well, I've got wire, but I also need to get some LEDs, string lights. And I don't know how many LED string lights I need. What I may need to end up doing is just get a ball of string, figure out which one I'm thinking about, mark with little knots kind of where the LEDs are going to be, and then once I get my wig generally styled, arrange it the way that I would with the real one, and see how that's going to work. I think 4 might work, kind of 2 for overall on the head and then 2 for the horns. Although maybe we could get away with 1 for both horns. I don't know. But if I did 2 for the horns and then have any extra, that'll just go into the wig, which will give me more flowers, and it's perfectly fine. And then with however many I need, actually that would determine how many flowers I need quite nicely. Because there's a set number of LEDs on each string, and they do tell you beforehand how many LEDs you're getting. So, if I get 9 feet with, I think, I'm not sure how many LEDs were on it, I don't remember. We'll say 50 LEDs for right now. And get multiples of those. Oh, that's gonna be a lot of flowers. But I probably won't use all of the LEDs. Some of them will likely just end up getting covered with the tape. Things to figure out. But at least I will have a set amount of flowers to get. So that is something. That is not too shabby. There we go. Nearly done with this strap. I hope the music is working. I attempted music again today. I don't know if it's working or not. So we're nearly done. Just not much left to go. And again, it's a little twisty, but that's fine. So when I glue these together, I am going to want to glue them in a curve like this because that's how it's going to look. And I don't want to glue them flat and then try to curve it because that bottom one might buckle a little bit or it won't bend properly. Yeah, I think we're definitely going to be able to go straight to barge glue here. Sweet! Cutting down on things to do. After that, we're going to move back onto the panels. Get the last of the stitching that we can do done for those. And I won't be able to do all of the stitching yet because for this piece, which is the bottom of the purse, that's what I need to connect this to. So I don't want to put stitches on that until I can just attach the strap. But I can get everything else prepped before then. I can get everything else very prepped before then. I could even move on to foam before then. I went to Joann's, got some foam, a little bit thicker than I was hoping for, but that's okay. That'll just give me a little bit of extra structure. I do need to decide if I'm going to bring it in or if I'm going to have the foam be a ½ inch smaller than the actual face size or less. Because I just want to get rid of that bulk that was giving me a problem with version 3.
Be more demanding with Spotify Premium.
I want to have as much
You can play any
structural
song you like,
integrity
anytime,
as well.
on demand. Any album or playlist, in any order.
If I'm using 1/4
Or
inch
keep
foam, I
skipping.
probably want to go a
It's up to
little bit
you.
more than 1/4 inch on that allowance, but probably not to a full ½ inch. That way, kind of that bulk will be able to kind of rest against each other a little bit, is my hope. But again, we'll see. Ah! Dethreaded my needle. So tonight on Gigantic Cosplay at 7 p.m., Sky and I are going to be continuing working on Beckett's guns, and I believe that Timber is going to be working on her headpiece. I don't know if she's gotten the wig in yet, but she's still got a lot that she can do before she gets that in. I feel kind of bad because I don't want to work on Beckett right now. I just want to improve my Aisling cosplay. So I haven't been making it a priority. We haven't been working on it on our own time to try to move things along. So I do feel bad about that. But also, Sky has a lot of work that he needs to do for it too, so I'm just making excuses. I just haven't worked on it. I want to do other stuff, so I haven't worked on it. All right, strap number 2, looking pretty nice. There, so I'm going to take both straps and I'm going to apply some glue and I'm going to set them aside for about 15 to 20 minutes. Handy dandy bunch glue. Alright, so I'm going to do my best to saturate the back side of these straps so that everything, oh shit, gets glued together nicely. There we go. I thought it was going to come off for a minute there. I want to do this without getting any glue on the other side, because that will be visible, and that will make me sad. But I do want to make sure that I fully coat this side all the way up to the edges to get the best possible fit when I put these together. I don't want any gaps. No, shit, dropped it. Now I do have my windows open. Make sure you always use any contact cement like this in a well-ventilated area. It smells toxic because it is. Don't use it around birds, small animals, and babies. Use your common sense. And if you have a respirator, use it. Mine is somewhere. I don't know where. I think it's in the garage. Right there, get some glue on it. We're doing okay. All right. I'm not sure if you can see any of this. My screen has frozen. There was a bug. Doing my very best to make sure I get all the way down to the vinyl through the lace. Just must go somewhere. So this should make for a very sturdy strap. It's not going to separate. Maybe a little bulky in the middle. I might end up with some lumps there. most part, this is going to be fine. Yeah, I accidentally lumped up the lace in one part. Something to keep in mind for next time. Ooh, I just remembered. I think that I'm going to be making Sky a Thornwatch cosplay. Means I need to design that soon. Luckily, I think that for a Thornwatch cosplay, there is at least more art for it, more canon art. And it's not all fussy with flowers. I get to do some more weapons, kind of beat up weapons. Yeah, I didn't lay that down properly. It's my fault. But I should be able to use a lot of the same fabrics that I'm using for my cosplay. Though, I am going to make him, I'm going to have to make him some shoe covers to look like leather boots. Or we're going to have to buy leather boots. I don't know. Something to think about. They don't like it when I'm in here. They get very jealous of the cats. Because they're... Seven, be good! Seven, Shanks, come! Oh, she's not gonna stop. Oh, no. Ooh, maybe the Steam controller came. Although I didn't hear anything pull up. I can be hopeful though. Oh no, wait, what am I hearing? I think someone's walking their dog. No Steam controller then. Seven, be careful. Good girl, good girl. Yeah, I think Xena is being walked right now. They really don't like Xena. She's an adorable boxer. They really don't like her for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, that's gotta be who it is. Last little bit on. What's this? Through there. A couple of blue spots on the other side, but I'll put whichever side is worse on the inside. There we go, one strap glued. Now let's throw this one away. And get a new paper towel. And this time, put out 2 paper towels so that I don't have to shift it in the middle. You can tell the cats have been chewing on this. Okay. So yeah, so a Thornwatch cosplay, there's gonna be leather because there are belts, likely bracers, depending on which class you would like to play, or like to be, rather. And then he's gonna need a tunic, he's gonna need pants, boots, possibly an undershirt, Probably not though, I don't know. And a Thornwatch emblem, which we'll likely just carve out of foam. Maybe I'll actually try carving using the Dremel. Ooh, I have a wood burner. I need to use that. I want to use that. Ooh, possibilities. He's also probably going to need a sword and a dagger.
I know you're a monster.
I wonder which one he's going to want to be. Because there are specific classes for Thornwatch because Penny Arcade is currently in the process of turning it into a tabletop game. And we've got to try it out twice. So good. Yeah, there's a blade, sage, druid. No, not sage. I don't remember. I know there's blade. There's like 5 different classes that you could be. I think there's 2 range, 2 melee, and a healer, maybe? Or there's only 4 classes. I don't remember right now. My brain is failing me. I'm gonna blame the glue, because I can. I mean, why not? I had the opportunity, right? But yeah, luckily, these should be fairly simple. But again, that's where the textures and the craftsmanship are going to come into play, making it look actually good. There's a lot of people, it is a simpler cosplay, it is an easier cosplay. A lot of people end up just using, basic broadcloth cotton, which is perfectly fine. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I'm at the point where I like things to look that bit more professional. I've been doing this long enough. I may as well try to improve myself at every turn, right? So yeah, simple designs can be deceptive. I know for Aisling, she's very simple as well. So I went with a suiting material that was the nice gray that actually had some texture to it. Because I could have just chosen cotton and probably gotten away with it. Nobody would have really thought about it. But I wanted something with a bit more weight and something with a little bit of visual interest. And now that I've actually done some research into how to do simple cosplays like Jedis and stuff like that, oh, that was actually like a good decision to make. Oh, I did something right without thinking about it. Nice. So yeah, a lot of stuff we need to do in the next few months. I'm probably going to end up getting Punished Props armor and weapons books for foam. They're pretty cheap. I think they're about $10 each, and they should have some really good advice in there because he is a professional prop maker. And if you follow him on YouTube or Facebook or whatever, he does a lot of really good stuff with foam. He's got some awesome techniques there. And I don't have to learn everything on my own, you know? If the resources are out there for me to improve myself, I should definitely take advantage of them. Go. There we go. Let's see, I know that Vulcan Props did a painting book on how to do weathering. Might need to get that too if I want to improve my painting. Right in there, okay. And there's strap number 2 done. Yeah, that one might end up being the outside strap. I don't think I got any glue on the good side of that. Also got very little glue on me. Score! Just a little bit under my fingernail. Alright, I'm gonna wipe down this so that it doesn't glue to itself, because that would suck. I feel like nothing
Be more demanding with Spotify Premium. You can play any song you like, anytime, on demand, any album or playlist, in any order, or keep skipping. It's up to you.
Put that aside. Alright, I got a little bit more on my fingers than I thought. Look at that. Okay, where were we? So last time we did get that zipper in place. I need to do some basting stitch or some whip stitches around the edges to keep it from coming apart. But first, I am going to apply that last piece. Because this needs to look like that. Means just over 1 inch. From this side. And just over 1 inch. I think I might actually already have a line for. The line's not necessarily even. Okay, so I need to line this up. I drew some lines on back here. For this side, I need to line up with the bottom line. For this side, I need to line up with the upper line. And that should give me what I want. Okay, let's see one more time. It's 5 inches. Oh no. Oh no, it is nearly an inch and 8. I was thinking 16. Around there. This side, I swear I just smelled vanilla and it was delicious. Let's see here. It should about do it. 2, 8. Different than f of 8. Okay. 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 All right, I think we got it. Oh, that does mean I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. I was premature right there. A little bit premature. Go. And that zipper goes line up. Not quite. How does that work? Have an idea. Let's unzip it. All right, fairly good on that point then. Goes from there to there. I think I need to cut this lace down a smidge. Getting in the way. Cinnamon! Thanks, wherever you are, stop it! Hiccup, what are you doing? Nothing. Alright, just cut off a little bit of the lace so I could see the edge better. And that up there. And that up there somewhere. Okay. Need some handy dandy Scotch tape to keep things in place. And then I'll just sew over the tape. And then just do it. I'll take it off. We'll peel the tape off. I know what I was going to say. I know what I was in the middle of trying to say. Alright, got that in. I'm going to use number 4 stitch. I'm going to keep the foot in line with the lighter piece there. that with Beckett, with her guns, I'm all about centimeters, but I'm maintaining a 1/2 inch seam allowance for all of my sewing needs because my foot, my presser foot, when my needle is all the way to the left and I line stuff up with the right edge of the foot, it's exactly 1/2 inch. And that is too convenient to change. Alright, so yeah. Yeah, alright. Hi Garth, how are you doing? Working on my cake purse. That's what I am doing. Puppies, what you doing? Alright. Both ends line up with one of the ends of this, so we're gonna be good. Oh, I got sticky. Something was sticky. So last time I got these panels built, right there. And then this time, I was finishing up this one because I ended on the zipper last week, and then I was just done. So I was finishing up getting this piece together. Oop. I'll break this tape off. Go. Had a little tape to keep it in place. Oh no, your controller died. That sucks. Are you gonna be at the meetup on Friday? Come on. All right, this is working less awesome than I thought I would. Huh. Apparently I have an X-Acto knife in my bin. An uncovered X-Acto knife because I'm super safe like that. Hiccup, what are you doing? He found a box to settle in. That's what he's doing. Oh, that does suck. 3-hour drive? Oh, that would be hard. I'm sorry we're gonna miss you. It was awesome getting to meet you at the last one. Ugh. Alright, so how is Dark Souls 3 so far? Don't tell me anything about the actual game other than if it's fun or scary. Because I'm going to be playing it on Saturday. I don't want anything to color my playthrough. I anticipate being awful at it, by the way. Well, hopefully the next one will be at a better time and you'll be able to make it. If I'd done a smaller stitch length, this would have come off really easy. Hello there, Shelly B. How are you doing this afternoon? Working on anything cool? Dark Souls 1 and Demon Souls. Okay, so it's good though. All right. Is it hard? Well, hard is kind of relative. Alright, just getting the last of my tape off here. And then it's time to break the glue out again. There we go. Alright. So there we are. We've got our zipper which I do still need to cut down, but that'll be pretty quick. So it'll be a full panel that can open. It ramps up pretty quickly. Oh, I'm gonna be so bad. Shelly, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. By the way, I mean it. If you're working on anything, I'd love to hear about it. I find it really inspiring to know that other people are crafting too. Seeing what you're doing, being really jealous of your amazing skills. And yes, I don't know you, but I'm certain that you have amazing skills. Ugh. Yeah, I anticipate being really bad at Dark Souls. Like, really bad. I'm gonna die all over the place. Alright, so now what I need to do, I need to apply the glue here and here so that these can get glued down just like that. Turn off the sewing machine for a second. Get a tub of glue out. Skirts for a baby. Oh, that's nice of you. I've tried making hats for friends' babies in the past and I always get the size wrong. Their heads are always way bigger than I anticipate. Oh, very nice, very nice. I sketched out a journey cape for a kid's cosplay on yesterday. No, Sunday. I did it on Sunday, not yesterday. I think I might make it for my friend's toddler. She just had a baby, so the toddler's all jealous. It's actually really cute. Well, really cute for me because it's not my baby. So you kind of have to estimate, see if you're getting the right sizes for the baby. Ugh. Babies are in general kind of weird if you don't have any. Unless you're really passionate about like childcare or something like that. And just like, yeah, that's a baby. I'll hold the baby, but I have to give it back. Like, I'm going to give it back. I don't want to keep the baby. I don't want this to be mine yet. Yeah, sizing charts are always a bit hit or miss because you never know if someone's baby is running bigger than normal or bigger than average, rather. There is no normal when it comes to growth. And if you undersize it, it's gonna like, well, thanks. Skirts at least should be easier than hats. Because seriously, I tried making little hats for newborns and all my friends had kids with like enormous heads. Their heads were like 90th percentile for bigness. Seriously? How does everyone have giant heads? But I'm sure your friend is really gonna appreciate whatever you make for them. They do kind of look like aliens for a little while. We're little old men. But they do grow so fast. Like in 1 year, they can go from, I can barely crawl to, yeah, I walk and talk now. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, that's a good way to fall in love with a baby right there. And yet still be able to give them back at the end of the night. Oh, a 6-year-old? They're lucky to have you as a babysitter. I hear a good babysitter is really hard to find these days. Heck, trying to find someone to watch my dogs is hard. Can't even imagine trying to find someone to watch a human that you made. Alright, let's get the other side here. I think that after all the hats failed, I made a few stuffed animals for some friends. I don't think I'll ever make baby hats again. Too many kids with giant heads. And even when I tried to make the hats bigger than I thought they should be, they didn't fit. I'm like, this is an enormous hat. Surely this will fit. Nope, giant head. I am looking forward to one day making my own kids the best Halloween costumes ever. Just no hats. Doggy diaper covers, that's an interesting one. Awesome, you're gonna get paid for it. Go. Need to make sure to get glue into all the corners so everything lies down properly. Oh, my friend, she always had the best costumes because her mom could sew. My mom would try occasionally, but she was like, I can do straight lines. That's pretty much all she did with the sewing machine. So I envy you your homemade costumes, Garth.
Be more demanding with Spotify Premium. You can play any song you like, anytime,
yeah,
on
my
demand,
friend's mom
any
made
album
her
or
an
playlist,
actual, like, a
in any
Sleeping
order.
Beauty
Or
costume
keep
from
skipping.
the Disney movie.
It's up to you.
And it looked fabulous. And it fit her for years because she managed to work it somehow so she could let out the seams every year so it would still fit as she grew. Well, it's good you don't have to pattern that diaper yourself then. I mean, I can see there's situations where dogs need to use diapers. I mean, if you don't get your dog fixed, then they do have their period, same as people do. So diapers are helpful for that, or they could have an incontinent dog. Either way, you're getting paid, so doesn't really matter what they're using it for. What happened there? Oh, chalk. Chalk happened there. All good. It's all good. All right, so that needs to dry. This, getting tacky, but probably needs another 10 minutes. So let's go around the edges here and get these seam lines down. So what I'm doing is I'm putting this all together using steering wheel stitches. So, yeah, you can see it easier on the back. I've got these lines right there that I'm sewing in, and I'm going to go through by hand later on and just kind of basically corset it together so that it works. Ugh, I got glue on me. I hate glue on my fingers when it doesn't peel off. I like it when the glue peels off because I like peeling it, but I hate it when it doesn't peel off. So what I need to do now is I need to get these lines in, 1/2 inch in on all of these pieces, but I can't finish this one yet until my straps are done. Aww. Yeah, bulldogs can have some issues. There we go. Yeah, I'll end up gluing down the seam allowance so that I've got that stitching visible right there. And those will be the seams, and it'll all come together nice. I tried it out on version 3, but had a bit too much bulk, specifically in the corners. So we're fixing that this time, which is why I have penciled out my corners there so that I'm going to go exactly to that line and then down. Last time I went straight across all the way to here, so I couldn't trim the corners down as much as I needed to. So we're going to make that improvement this time around. Although first, what am I doing? Which side do I want forward? Probably the skinny side. Alright. Sorry, I had to do some planning first. Because I'm human, which means I don't sew things exactly perfect. As you can see right here, ended up 1/8 of an inch off, even though I sewed these exactly the same. So I'm going to make that skinny side the point, and luckily with my zipper pouch, my zipper panel, both ends lined up with the ends on there as well. So I'm going to do this side all the way down in the darker thread, and actually the top as well. Which will just determine that is the top. Okay. What I wanted? I want that on the bottom. Sorry, need to think for a minute. Need to think. I need to make sure that I'm putting the zipper on the correct side, which is the bottom. Okay. That side needs to be dark. Alright. So I'm going to go along this side and this side in the dark thread, because those are both meeting up with these darker panel pieces. There. I guess the next question is, what stitch length did I use last time? What did I use last time? Did I use a 3? Maybe a 2.5. Here's hoping it's 2.5. I'm just going slow to make sure I keep everything lined up. Because if I do make any mistakes, I can't take them back. Vinyl doesn't heal the way normal fabric does, so any holes I put in it stay in it. Right. Yeah, it's about the right length. Sweet. Sure. Let me just give you permission first. How do I do this here? Nope, not that one. Exclamation point! Is that a 0 or an O? 0? Yeah, I think that's a 0. Oh, thank you, Shelly. There we go. think that worked. We'll find out if that didn't work. Thank you for following me on Twitter too, Shelly. That is very sweet of you. Let's keep going here. There we go. Let me know if you don't get it in time. I can give you permission again. One more stitch. There we go. No. Ah! All right, I need to do it again. Sorry. Come on. All right. Let me do that again. All right. Try now. Mandala Tribe, thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're having a wonderful crafternoon. Ooh, leggings! You are brave. Very cool. I don't know that I'm brave enough to make leggings. But awesome! That fabric you used is nice. I love the pattern. Great job. Pants are weird. They really are. There is truth in that. But you did an awesome job. Thanks for sharing it with me. I can tell when I hit the glue. No! I love seeing what you guys are working on. And honestly, talking, not great for workflow anyway. So don't worry about distracting me. I'm my own distraction. There we go. That half an inch. Nope, one more. There we go. So one of the reasons that I'm really glad I'm not doing the detail stitching in a visible way now is because I feel like the lines never look straight even when they are. It's just, I don't think my tension is set properly, or it could just be because it's vinyl. I don't know. Prop Damage, thank you so much for the follow. Well, I hope you're having a wonderful crafternoon. And seriously, tell me what you guys are working on. What have you got that you are making? Oh my god, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Basically, I want to know what you're working on because I bet it's amazing. All right, all right. Not going to use the X-Acto knife to pull the thread through because that would suck. There we go, and there we go. So I'm just tying knots in the back. I wasn't able to lock the stitches for this because, like I said, I'm going to be using this for a steering wheel stitch later, and locking it'll just kind of screw up what I'm doing. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. If I'm wrong, you can tell me. I won't get mad. but this is the way I'm doing it. Here we go. And just tie the knot over here. Then after this, there is a good chance that the strap will be ready to glue together. First, do I have any light bobbins? No, that's gray. Gray is not the right color. It's nice to find someone else to talk sewing with. I know not too many of my friends sew as well. Let's see. Yes! Close enough! I have bobbins everywhere. I've got like this little cup of bobbins in here, another cup of bobbins over there. Bobbins everywhere! Alright, this one. Go. I love how easy it is to thread this machine. You can learn, Garth! Anyone can learn! It's not that hard. Of course, the more you do it, the more you have to learn like about fabrics and thread and stitches, but getting started, it's not too hard. It's not too hard. I am really happy that I learned to sew. My first cosplay, I couldn't sew. But now I can make all my own patterns. All right. So now I'm going to go along the other sides. This is connecting to a light piece, so I'm using a lighter thread for there. Same with those two bits, and then I'm going to have to go back in with a dark thread right there. You could do it. You could do it, Gar. I'd have to look up the character to see kind of how I'd go about it, but actually, let's see. Hyper light.
Be more demanding with Spotify Premium. You can play any song you like, anytime, on demand, any album or playlist, in any order, or keep skipping. It's up to you.
Ooh, if I'm looking at the right guy, that could be a fun cosplay. I'm sure your mom could teach you guys. Oh, puppies. They say we're done. We're done. It's time for you to play with us now. Or they're saying the dog, another dog is walking by. It all sounds the same to me. Let's see. Here we go. All right. Ooh, wait. Forgot. I need to be able to tie knots, so I need that bobbin thread to come up. Otherwise, I'm not going to have enough thread to tie knots. There we go. Yeah, I'd say the hard part about doing a Hyperlight Drifter costume would be picking your fabrics. Because it's really, really simple. At least, you know, because it's pixely. It can only get so complicated. Although, no, you can actually get really complicated. But, I'd say picking your fabrics would be the big deal. Trying to adapt it to a 3D world. Doable. Definitely doable. I'm kind of an idiot sometimes. What I should be doing is following the lines I drew. Instead, I'm following the edges. Well, make it work, right? It'll be fine. Ooh, close. One more stitch. One more stitch. There we go. So Shelly B, how long have you been sewing? No! Stop it. Stop it. Something got caught. There we go. Alright. It'll be fine. We're into a little snafu when a little bit of that glue got caught on one of the edges right here. But it should be fine. Tie these knots, then I'll get the last two little bits in. Actually, let's get the last one right now. Since Christmas of last year, that's right, you said that. I'm sorry. You did say that. Well, you must be making some amazing progress if you already made leggings. Good for you. Alright. I'll tie these knots off and then I will do the dark stripe, the stitching for that one. Oh, come on. By the way, seam rippers are amazing. Slightly dangerous, but amazing. I only say slightly dangerous because I'm clumsy and have stabbed myself with seam rippers before. Not pretty. Not pretty. I would say a seam ripper is an absolutely necessary tool to sewing. Because you're gonna mess up. Sooner or later, something's gonna get a little bit messed up and you're gonna have to undo a seam. And scissors are not gonna be good for that. Alright, well, thank you so much for stopping in. I still say you can learn how to sew. It's doable. It's doable. I'll see you later. Go, just tying my knots. Over here. Puppies! Yeah, they're getting done. Seriously though, anyone can learn how to sew. There are so many great resources and tutorials online. I bet there are multiple series dedicated to learning how to sew on YouTube. There's nothing wrong with starting off easy. Like with simple things, like maybe a gathered skirt or pot holders. These are great things to start with. I started with cosplay. I was ambitious and got lucky. I need to win my nut. I think Xena is coming back from her walk. Yeah, they really don't like her for some reason. I don't know why, she's a sweet dog. And there you go. Actually, I didn't need that. I keep cutting the thread for the bottom because it's just a natural motion now. I needed that. I needed that little tail end. I needed that little tail end. But yeah, if you want to learn how to sew, but maybe you're intimidated by like the price of a sewing machine or something like that, there are actually a lot of great, nicely priced sewing machines these days. Or you could always ask your mom or your grandma if maybe they have an old machine. Because you really can't underestimate the value of an old machine. Those things are durable. They might not have all the bells and whistles of a modern machine, but oop. Up until my dog chewed through the foot pedal cord on my other line, I was using a machine that probably 25 years old now. And that thing was a trooper. So if you can get your hands on an old machine, that's a good way to go too. You can always work your way up to a new one. All right. Goes out of the way. I like that, Shelly. I like that. I am a very lazy decorator, so I have not put any stickers or anything on my machine. I don't even put pictures up on my walls. But I think that's cute. The Star Wars sewing machine. There we go. Perfect. So now I've got that dark line right there. So for that little portion, because it's going to be dark stripe to dark stripe, I'm going to do that in the dark thread and then everything else here in the light thread. And then of course anywhere I've got the dark thread here, that's also going to be attached using dark thread. Just trying to get everything lined up so those seams are as seamless as possible. And I said this the last time I was working on my other cake purse, the last version of the cake purse, but I decided to go with the steering wheel stitch because I just didn't like how hard it was to turn the purse inside out. With this method, I'm able to put in the foam for the structure before I even put the purse together. Last time I had to put the purse together and then try to wedge the foam in there. Didn't work very well. So I'm really excited that I tried this method. It came to me in like a flash of insight when we were at PAX South. I'm really happy that I did it because I can put in the lining and the foam before I even assemble the pieces. And then once I just finish sewing all the seams, it's like, ta-da, it's a cake. So yeah, really excited to do it this way. There we go. Great, tie my last few knots here for extra stability. Ooh, that does remind me though. I haven't made my lining yet. I'll have to do that at some point. One thing I still have not figured out is what I'm going to use for the stem of the cherry that sits on top of the cake. Because this is a portal cake purse, and it's not going to be complete without that little cherry on top. Last time I used wires kind of wound around each other, and it worked, but they bend. And so when I had it at South, I was just dead convinced that it was going to snap because I've had that purse for a couple of years now. And I'm clumsy. I run into things, or the purse just brushes against me, and then it bends, and then I bend it back. And you bend a wire enough times, and it's going to snap. So I want to try to find something more plasticky, something more flexible that I can use for the stem that won't just snap. Eventually, I'd really like to get a little 3D printer so I can just print little cherries, but I do not currently have one. Go. All right. So there we go, got all those seam lines put in. So as I was saying earlier, I'm going to glue these down so that those are right along the edge, and then I'll use that steering wheel stitch, basically like a corset stitch, to put them together. And doing it this way, not going all the way to the edges here, will allow me to cut down this corner as much as I need to get that as flat as I possibly can, because I really didn't like it when it was super bulky and it doesn't fit together nice. So there's that. All right, let's turn off the machine and grab this. So the barge glue, it's tacky, but it's ready. The awesome thing about barge glue is that you can work with it for up to 24 hours after applying it. I'd say it's been maybe 20 minutes. I didn't look at the time when I finished, even though I should have. Yeah. A little flake on there. So these strips are just vinyl wrapped in lace. Yeah, so it's going to the bottom. And I do need to glue them together on a curve. Because this is the strap, the ends are both going to come together, and if I glue them together straight, it's not going to look right when I curve it. Okay. Sewing machines, they have a multitude of uses. So I'm probably going to want to start on an end. My goal is to get these lined up as flush as possible. Because I don't think this lace will take very kindly to me attempting to reposition it. Okay. I know you guys probably can't see what I'm doing. Maybe that's a little better. Okay. Luckily, I am working at this at pretty much the minimum dry time, which means I do have a little bit of leeway for correcting myself. If I was working on this at 24 hours instead of 20 minutes, I would not have any leeway. At that point, pretty much where you stick it is where it's stuck. Whoop, whoop. Do that. So yeah, just curving it like that. And then leaving it straight on the bottom. Yeah, lace is tricky. Lace is definitely tricky. What I did is I stitched together down the middle to pull it tight around the vinyl before I applied the glue. Sorry, I'm trying to find the best way to hold this, and I'm not convinced yet that this is it. All right. Just gonna keep smushing it, make sure I got every little bit together that I possibly can. And there we go, so that'll go like that. Put your hand through like that. You've got a purse, yeah. It'll be a little short. Need to make a note of that. Maybe just a little short. All right. So there you go. Little lace strap. So I'm going to make sure to hang this somewhere curved or something curvy. I'm not sure what yet, so that it dries or continues to dry in a nice shape. Maybe I'll just end up a little bit square right there. Figure out where to put it. Yeah. Might need to go pinch all the edges a little bit more later on. I'm pretty pleased with how that came out. I think that worked nice. Good job. Oh, first baby skirt done? Good job to you too. Alright. Put it on tape. Alright, we're gonna balance it on the tape. On the paper towels back there. Can you see that at all? Right there. Using what we've got. There you go, and then I'm just gonna glue down this piece. I think that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna start from the middle and just smashing it. Work my way out. I want these pieces to sit as flat as possible. Oh, I love barge glue so much. It is the best thing that we've ever discovered for cosplay. It's so versatile. I mean, if I ever need to use vinyl again instead of leather, which I'm hoping to use leather this year, but if I ever need to use vinyl again to make straps and stuff, I'm just gonna glue it with barge glue. And it's gonna stay, and it's gonna work. We've tried all kinds of glues before, like vinyl glue and spray adhesives and hot glue. Barge glue is the best glue. Doesn't work for every situation, but for those situations where it doesn't, super glue works. Or sometimes hot glue. If it's a bit long for a newborn, well, they'll just grow into it. They grow fast after all. All right, there we go. This is our zipper panel. So just like that. It's gonna work. It's gonna work! So what I need to do for the zipper panel, I need to bring the zipper in here. I need to sew right along there so that I can cut the rest of the zipper off without having the zipper fly off. And also so that I can bend these and glue them down without it being too bulky. Same thing here. Need to stitch it, cut it, bend it. All right. So I am super excited with how Purse version 4 is coming out. I think this is going to be the best one yet, which is where we wanted to go. You don't want to move backwards. Don't want to move backwards. Oh, I love barge glue. Barge glue is amazing. It makes this so much faster. I used to have to, on my last versions, I had detail lines, like visible detail lines, tacking down these seams. And I would get so upset because it would never end up straight. And I couldn't fix it because it's vinyl and then there'd be little holes in it if I tried to take them out. But now I don't have to do that. Oh, I love this glue. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. I think this was a productive crafternoon. I hope that you will join me again. I'll be back for sure tonight at 7 with Gigantic Cosplay. We're going to be working on some foam guns. We're going to continue those. Not sure what we're going to be doing with them tonight, but we're going to do something. I'll also be back on Friday at 1 o'clock again for another Good Crafternoon. We're going to be working on some cosplay. This is going to be my last stream with the purse. I've been streaming a lot of the purse because we did version 3 here as well. So we're going to move on. We're either going to be doing some biceps for Absolute Zero from Supergiant Games, Sentinels of the Universe. It's an awesome card game. Or we're going to start working on the wig and horns for my Daughter of the Ironwood cosplay. I might have a bonus gigantic stream tonight, or today, or tomorrow. If it's today, then it's going to be in like half an hour. Check Twitter, or I'll pop up on your feed here. Oh, yeah. All right. Sorry, what am I doing now? You can follow me on Twitter and Discord. Links to those down below. Also, that might be it. Yeah. I need a snack. I always need a snack after crafting. All right, thank you so much for joining me, Shelly B. I look forward to talking sewing with you more. And anyone else who didn't speak up this time, I'd love to hear about what you're working on. Hopefully you'll tell me next time. I'll see you when I see you. Have a good rest of your afternoon. Bye, guys.